Is there something in your physical mechanism that you're wanting to bring into alignment with the key of you? Your DNA upgrades, your hormones, your thinking, your ability to manifest, your well-being, age, timelessness. What do you want? It is all accessible in here. So, where we're playing is moving deeper into embodying our wholeness, a step further into the unification of all that we are, into the physicality of our earth experience. Our studies up to this point, our journeys together have awakened within us this knowing that we are so much more than these earth suits, that we have access within us to all that is, that we have an opportunity to express here on this earth journey the outrageous uniqueness that our unique energy expression is. And we have learned that what's going on out there does not have to affect not only what's going on in here, but how we express, how we be, how we react, what we do, what we have, what we experience, that we are truly the creator of our own earth journey. All that we have studied and played with and the journeys we've taken have invited us into a sense of mastery within that skill set, that knowledge, that way of being. And now we're stepping deeper into practices that teach us, that allow us, that open us to bring all that we are here into physicality. We're now on a part of our journey where we're exploring, studying, playing with very specific techniques, things we can do that help us be all that we are in the body. And today I would like to introduce one of the most powerful tools I know to take yet another step into the embodiment of our wholeness. It's a breathing technique combined with the unified field meditation. The meditation teaches us that we can start with an awareness at this center and invite all of the parts of us that we think of as separate in our humanness. That in our humanness, we think we have separate chakras. We think that our emotions are separate from our physical bodies, that our bodies are separate from our thoughts. The unified field meditation begins by bringing all of our earth suit expression into one unified field. We've done this masterfully with our thoughts and our feelings. And so now we're exploring a deeper way to unify all that we are within the body itself, to know that the physical expression of me is truly an expression of the unified field of me. And when I think of myself as separate, I think that I've hurt my finger. When I know myself as a unified being, I know that there's an energy that's acting out through the entirety of my earth expression that resulted in a physical symptom. We stop looking to physical fixes for anything that's going on within our system. This is the depth of invitation that's before us now. The invitation this week is to play within the unified field using breath and consciousness, conscious breathing. One of the most powerful practices for me when I'm wanting to fully embody all that I am is a conscious breathing through the center of my unified field. Now, for me, this is in the sternum. This is somewhere in the skeletal system is where I can actually feel it. And it moves around a bit depending on where my consciousness is, but I can always find it within here somewhere. And sometimes it's a little bit lower, anywhere through that hard bone right there on our rib cage. I will put one hand, and sometimes you'll see I've got fingers up and down my sternum. My other hand is on my abdomen below my belly button. And as I breathe, I want my lower hand to move out with the breath in. And then I want to sigh and expel air through my mouth in such a way that I feel the vibration on my sternum. We're going to play with this in such a way that you find the right method for you. It's the result that we're looking for, not the method. So I'm going to show you mine. And this comes from me playing with this a lot, to find exactly what works for me. And I invite you to do the same. This is not a counted breath. We've talked a lot about inviting our higher self to come in and breathe as us. We want the human to step out of the way and let the wholeness that we are come in and breathe us. It becomes a natural occurrence for me as I'm doing this. I invite you to look for that occurrence as you spend time with this. The idea is to know that I'm a unified field and to feel it unifying, to feel it unified, and then to hold that state. So it's important that for me that I start out with my hand below my belly button to make sure that I'm breathing through my diaphragm, that it's a deep breath. This is not a forced breath. There's no reason to breathe as deeply as you can or to completely fill every cavity. It can be a relaxed breath, but you do want it to be intentional and conscious. Breathing in through the abdomen and then the noise that I make, the vibration I want to make is not for performance or demonstration. It's just for the experience. So I find if I can do it softer and more internal, my whole chest and my tummy vibrates. In through the nose, mm, out through the chest. Now I got that one. All my fingers were feeling the vibration. And you just want to play with that. You just want to play and master that sense of vibrating the sternum, vibrating the center of all that you are as you do the unified field meditation. Now, I don't have to play it because I've been doing it for decades. I have kind of a quicker version of it. So you'll know what's right for you as this moves forward. You'll know it could just be an intention. I can just intend to unify, and then I become aware. And I just love when I start out, I can just feel this whole area unifying. It surrenders very quickly. The focus is on getting this whole area to vibrate, vibrating that sternum, and not in the throat, but a little bit lower down. And as we go, we'll play with vibrating at different places through the body, but this is where it starts. When I begin this breathing, it takes me, depends on how distracted I am and what all's going on, how surrendered I am. It can take me 2 or 3 breaths on a good day and 20 or 30 on a day of distraction to get to the point where I really know I'm resonating. Once I know I'm consciously breathing, there's a moment in my consciousness that Trish stops efforting, stops doing it, and falls into this beautiful pattern with all that I am that begins to express through this part of my physicality. And then we expand. And now I'm a unified light expanding. And it's all being directed. I'm still breathing through my diaphragm, still filling air through my belly, not forcing anything, not forcing myself to breathe deeply, just breathing comfortably. And I will notice as this goes on that I move into very deep, slow breaths, but not with effort. It just happens. And so my consciousness now begins to expand as the light that I am begins to expand broader, wider, thicker, more condensed, more full. It begins to take over. And with each breath, following the unified field meditation, I just let it expand. And then I notice my sinuses are relaxing. Sometimes my ears will pop. I will often surrender into that sweet symphony of what humans call the ringing in the ears. And I will invite that symphony, which is just the vibration of me, to enhance. And I'll relax even into that kind of feeling. And all the while, the literal vibration in my physical body expands and enhances. And I begin to notice that the sound or the vibration is fuller, less effort. Sometimes I will feel like moving into a little bit of a hum. Again, not for performance, not to make a sound, but inward. Sometimes it'll turn into a hum. And I'll play with where that hum vibrates, and I'll play with the frequency of that hum. As I get into a frequency that vibrates here, I am aware that is the vibration of me. And I surrender more and more into it as my fields unify. And now I'm out to about here. Every part of my physical body has surrendered into the unified field that is me. My emotions and my thoughts have long since surrendered into this unified field, and I am just being all that I am here in a body. Now, sometimes I will stop there because I know my earth suit is now aligned into the key of me. I know that I'm unified in my physicality, in my emotions, and in my thoughts. And sometimes this is where I will play and intend my day, intend my morning, intend my dreams, where I will play with who I am, how things are working out. This is the unified state of Trish where I manifest. Other times, I will explore and open my unified physical presence on earth, my unified earth suit, to other energies within my energetic lineage to come in, teach me, talk to me, support me, counsel me, answer questions, take me on a journey. But I always do it from within this unified field. And I maintain that vibration. My intention is to continue the literal vibration of my earth suit in harmony with all that I am. I'm vibrating in the key of me, and all that wholeness that I am is now here with me in my body as I go through the steps of the unified field meditation and expand my field of light. So I breathe in light through the center of my heart, feeling my sternum as I breathe, and my stomach is coming up. I'm breathing in through my nose, and then I let it go. A delicate sigh in such a way that it vibrates right here in the center of my unified field. And as I exhale, I let my energy expand. As I inhale, I invite all that I am to breathe here with me, around me, through me, as me. And as I exhale, making a vibrational, a delicate little sigh within my system, I let go of all the humanness that keeps all that I am from expressing through my physicality. So I'm breathing in the light that I am, the wholeness that I am, and breathing out, letting go, surrendering the humanness that I thought I was. Breathing in all that I am and allowing that light to expand and expand, unifying all the parts of my body until all the systems, my brain is unified with my heart, my brain is unified with my sacral chakra. All of the chakras of me are now breathing as one, in one vibration, coming in and out. I now merge my emotions and my feelings, just following the unified field meditation, and each exhale is vibrating through the physical mechanism of my earth suit. I'm grounding more and more into my physicality. The unified field is not an escape from the human experience. It's bringing all that we are in, grounding it into the human experience, expanding the physicality, the physical expression of our earth suit? That's a really good question. Let's go there. My body has a lot of messages for me as well. And what I have learned to do is to ask it to wait until I'm unified
Mm,
before we communicate. Because what happens, it's my human self negotiating and communicating and connecting with my physical self. What I find for me is more productive is to invite all that I am into my physicality and unify, come into my unified field, and now connect with the body. Because
mhm,
what I find is I'm a better listener. I have more patience. I have more compassion. I also am well aware that I am the creator of every aspect of my experience. I am in my full domain, my authority as the creator of this physical expression. So the all that I am is much more equipped to address the body's concerns. Not only can I listen with compassion instead of, oh, shut up, I'm going to be doing this anyway, I'm going to drag you through this, which is what my human will do. All that I am has compassion for the physical mechanism and will negotiate something different. Now, for me, that often means an awareness or a knowing will come in. Remember, the unified field is our portal to all that we are. So, all of the knowing, the wisdom, the bigger picture, um, we have access to all of that. We have, with each breath out, as I release my humanness and vibrate in the key of me, I have access to amazing knowledge. My oversoul, my whole self knows what's going on with my body. So now I'm in a state where I can actually do something constructive about it.
mhm.
It's shifting the way I think about it, shifting what I do. The body will release something if it's doesn't fit in. I don't direct the result. I just open myself to explore that topic, and miracles happen. And there's a laundry list of issues that my body discusses with my higher self. I get to them as I can. It's important to remember whatever comes up, if it's an issue that we're dealing with, if it's a challenge, if it's a desire that we're working on manifesting, whatever we want to work on from that unified state, it's always much more powerful. When I can literally vibrate my body in the key of me, my manifestation muscle is much more skilled, targeted, honed, faster, more willing. It's really a new level of mastery into everything that we have explored thus far. This is bringing our mastery into the physicality of our form. We've already mastered the key of me in our feelings and our thoughts. We've gotten really good at knowing that we're the creator of that stuff and not thinking that something out there is influencing it. What we're really doing now is stepping deeper into that walk to know that we're also the creator of our physical mechanism, and all that is wants to express through us in our physicality. The invitation this week is to play with this breathing method that I've shared with you until you find something that works for you, that feels good. Play around with it. The vibration that brings me into unity is sometimes higher and sometimes lower, sometimes softer, sometimes. And this is not about sustaining a note. We're not singing opera here. It's not a performance. It's about just letting that part vibrate, feeling the vibration of you, becoming aware of your frequency. And for me, it moves around. You're going to find a rhythm of breath. We just don't want to tell the body what to do through this. We want to relax the human thinking, the human control, so that all that we are is what's breathing the mechanism. And you're going to know when you reach that point. It's very, very clear. Some of the things that happen to me, um, um, the the base of me vibrates. When I'm there, my pelvic floor will vibrate. And I'll vibrate at the top of my head as well. And I can feel the lightness, and there's like, oh my God, just like, I can feel it open. I get some kundalini going on, up and down my spine when I'm in that place. So look for what that is for you. None of that is forced. That's not me intending to have a kundalini moment. It's just the body awakening and surrendering to all that I am. And that's when I know that the wholeness of me is breathing me. Just play with it until you find a rhythm, a technique that invites you in. The unified field that is me is my portal to all that I am. It's inward. So we've trained ourselves to stop looking out there for answers, for solutions, for fixes, for anything that we want. It's all in here. This is deepening our study to go in here for everything that we want. In here is the portal to all that I am. And all that I am knows what's going on with my body, knows how to align my vibration, my frequency with everything that I want to manifest and create. It knows why I came here, why I'm incarnated. It knows how many times I've incarnated before. It knows where my oversoul is incarnated, all my parallel lives, all my past lives. It knows all of my guides, my connections. It knows all of my star family history. It knows when I first incarnated, why I incarnated, how I incarnate, all of that. Everything that I am is accessible in here. This is my portal to all that I am. And the invitation is to begin that journey now to explore what's important to you. Is there something in your physical mechanism that you're wanting to bring into alignment with the key of you? Your DNA upgrades, your hormones, your thinking, your ability to manifest, your well being, age, timelessness. What do you want? It is all accessible in here. Here is the control panel. We are learning how to operate that now, how to surrender to it and be in our wholeness in physical form, how to bring all of that to the physical form. It's a surrender of human limitation. and knowing that we are so much more than human. We are all that here expressed in human form. I'd like to answer that through where my experience is now, that I once thought of myself as how I know myself as Trish, but without human limitations. And what I have learned through my portal, through exploring through my unified field, is that I really am one with all, and that my higher self is not always from Trish's lifetime, but from the wisdom of the ascended masters, the wisdom of the Andromedans and the Arcturians, the wisdom of my mother who was unified with me, the wisdom of my ancestors, that what I have access in here that I will claim as mine, as my higher self, is really the wisdom of the ages that flows through me. And when I ask questions, when Trish lets go and stops being a know it all and asks the question, all sorts of wisdom flows through me. And it feels to me very different than the wisdom that I once acquired researching out here. Other people's wisdom, other people's ideas, other people's perspectives. It comes through in such a way that I'm awakened into the knowledge. And now my journey is to explore it and embody it, experience it. It's awakened within me as an invitation to play with it. And the truth that comes through, when it comes through, it's aligned. In seeker mode, I don't have that sensation. I'm seeking, I'm reaching, I'm open, I'm asking, I'm exploring. And when the answers come through that are customized for me, it it aligns all of my being. My unified field just lines up and shines. I know that it's my truth. That's that's the difference in the higher self being fully present. That my human wants to put some kind of a definition on it, and it's just not definable. It's whatever that portal thinks is going to help me. A little story, I talk a lot about my lifetime as Essie,
Mhm.
walking with Christ. I don't even know if that was my lifetime, but I have complete access to it and I have all her memories. So, what's it matter? What's the human story that Essie and I are in here merged? That's for sure. I can say that I am Essie, but I don't know that it was my consciousness that was actually there. But Essie's lifetime has so many valuable tools and techniques and lessons and awareness and perspectives that help Trish. My lifetime is a mirror of that. So having lived it once before is very helpful. I just don't have to put a human story on it that I am Essie reincarnated. All that I am, it's in my energy lineage. And whatever that higher self is, when I ask the question, I'm wanting this, I'm wanting that, here's a great teacher. Here are some memories of when you've done that before, or when that's been done before in an energy experience very similar to yours. And that's my higher self. This is my portal. My unified field is my portal to all that I am, all that I want, all that I choose to be, all that I can be. Yes, we have a new toy to play with here, a new game to explore, and I love your enthusiasm. I would like to share a little bit about what I just heard you say from my perspective. You are the creator of this experience.
Yeah.
You get to explore wherever you choose to explore. My invitation as a tour guide would be for you to continue thinking that this is the portal to your energetic expression,
Mhm.
your past lives, your guides, your ancestral lineage, wherever you choose to explore, or even just your empowerment. My journey is a little different than that. My journey is to embody all that is. I know myself as one with all that is. And so you've heard me a lot share in the past that if I see someone behaving in a particular way, I will embody that and I will do that through my portal. I'll come into my wholeness, come into my unified field, and I will ask for the memories of when that was me and embody that. But that's my journey. Remember, we've done this with feelings and thoughts. This is play all the parts in physicality, and I now own and accept that I am all the things being exhibited on the planet that I really don't like. I'm all that as well. And I come in here and find peace with it. Forgive myself, remember it, bring it all the way through, neutralize it. This is the okra on the buffet table. I tried it. I remember what it tastes like and how it feels, that, sensation of the sliminess of
Mm-hmm.
it. I don't care for it. So I'm at peace with it. It's okay to exist on the buffet table because I know that I'm the conscious creator of my experience. I'm not going to put it on my plate, but I'm okay with it. So it exists within my energy field. I am one with it. I'm just not consuming it. I'm not
Right.
choosing to experience it. I would invite you to take baby steps. I know sometimes, well, sometimes you like to see where this leads, where this
Mm-hmm.
goes or how I use it. So there's that. But the first invitation is for you to explore embodying you, all that you are, all all of your ancestral memories, all your cellular memories. Open yourself to the energetic lineage that is closest to this lifetime. And then, as you master the journey, if you choose to play where I play, then it's just an easy step of which other doors you open and explore and bring through your system. This method used to be for me how I channel, that in my explorations within my unified field, I would say connect with Essie. And I called it channeling. I would channel Essie. And my journey has taken me to a place now where I don't consider myself a channel. I am unified with Essie. I am
Mm.
Essie expressed here. Now I have access to all those memories. The Ascended Masters, it's all accessible to me through here. My journey into ascension is fully guided in these moments within my unified field. The more time I invest in mastering my unification, the less time it takes to be unified. It's like when we were babies and we learned to walk, it was our total focus. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort to master walking, and now we really don't think about it. We just walk. This way of living is the same. It has taken for me a great deal of effort to be unified, to learn to live in my unified field as the fully embodied me. And now I can just get there in a breath or an intention. It's just how I be most often now than not. So the invitation is put one hand on your sternum, one below your belly button. Breathe in through your nose, intending to breathe the light of all that you are into the physical you. And as you exhale through the mouth, make a little bit of a sound, a sigh or a hum that vibrates the sternum as you intend to release your humanality. So you breathe in through the nose, breathing light into the center of your unified field, allowing it to expand. You breathe out through your mouth, intending to release all of the human limitations, any humanness that keeps you from being the unified field of light that you are as you continue to expand and expand and expand. Find a technique that works for you, and we'll talk about that next week. Have fun.